It all happened today. True story happened right out in front of it in our bus. Okay. That's nice, that's good. It's a good way to tell the story because the story starts when I didn't sleep that well last night. I don't sleep great in the bus. I was a little bit languishing in my bed at like 11:30 this morning, and the bus is parked out in front. And I'm in my bed, and I hear the bus kind of crinkle and move a little bit, and I'm like, that's weird. We shouldn't be moving. We're parked. We're supposed to be moving. And then Brian sends a text. He's like, somebody hit the bus. Somebody come out here and fix this. So obviously I'm the guy to fix it. So I put my pants on, and I go out front. And true like Karen mode, Brian's got his camera out. And our bus driver, his name is Kay. He's awesome. He's a great driver. We really like him. He and two dudes are up in each other's faces, barking like dogs. And I'm like, oh shit. And these are do any of you guys live around here? You know, like Providence? I'm trying to think of a way to do this without being totally stereotypical, but these are your dudes. These are your septuagenarian, bro, you know, and I was like, oh shit, game on. Brian's filming male Karen, they're screaming at each other. So what basically happened is there's two dudes, there's passenger and driver guy. So passenger guy, instantly do not like to sniff at him. I'm good at energy reading, fuck that guy 100, and still fuck that guy 100. Anyway, he's in Kay's face, and he's like, rah, 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 and I'm like, whoa, I don't know, what I can do, settle down, everyone, I'm the lead singer, you know what I mean? No one cares. He's like, ah, so come to find out, passenger guy goes into the place next door, forgets to put the car in park, and it slams into our bus. Okay, that's fine or whatever, but the bus is high, so there's not that much damage. There's not that much damage, but it still hit the bus a little bit, if you know what I mean. It's gotta get buffed out. So basically the thing is, it's these two, can I say Goombas? Probably not. I just want to say it once. I want to say it once and move on, and I apologize in advance if that's a slur in any kind of way, but they were like, we gotta figure out a way to do this off the books. And our driver's like, I don't know how much this costs. It's not his bus. It costs $500,000. He's like, we gotta go through insurance. Come to find out, he's like, oh, if people like you. And then he was like, oh, you're the asshole who hit me. He was like, ruff, 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 ruff. So I'm sitting there, Brian's Karen filming, and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna go down. Steven, our merch guy, he's the sweetest dude in the world. He all puffed up, he's ready to go. And I'm like, Steven, back off. These are not your t-shirts that they're stealing. This is all true. So I'm like, dude, I was like, can you just hold on a second? Literally, it's on our bus. It's not his call. He's got to call his boss and figure out what to do. He can't just tack them hundreds. Guy pulls out a fucking wad of hundreds, and I'm like, okay, this is all serious now. There's money flying around. He's yelling at me, and then this is the best part. Kind of, not really, because it gets better. I know this is long. I told you though. And then, dude, bro is staring me down, the jerk, the total jerk one, the guy who drove. He's looking at me, so I catch a stare right back, and I'm like, what are you looking at? And I'm wearing these pants because I never changed my clothes, and he looks at my pants, and he blows me this fake kiss or something, and I'm like, oh god. It's as a cis white hetero male, you're still homophobia being thrown at me for freaking power pants, you know what I mean? Fuck off, you know what I mean? And he's he's giving me this look, and I'm like, what do you want to say? I'm getting all puffed up too. Steven's holding me back, it's the merch guy, the lead singer, and now it's all fucking on. And then the guy's getting up, and everybody's riled up. He's like, I gotta call my boss. He's like, we gotta take care of it out of the bus. He's got $100 bills signed, okay? Still going, okay? So then eventually he goes, call Tom. Tom, I think that's his name, who runs this place. And all of a sudden, is that right? Is Tom their name? Yeah, okay. Tom's awesome. Tom's fucking big hipster glasses, hoodie, beard. I'm like, okay, Tom's gotta be Team Us on this. But then the angry passenger guy's like, call Tom. I know Tom's a good guy. And I'm like, Tom came out and just kind of de-escalated the situation. I was like, okay, everybody, cool. Let's just exchange information. And then I was started to get cool. And I was tried to explain it to the guy, the passenger. And I was like, dude, he's just on his bus. And he's like, don't call me dude. And I was like, sir. He's like, don't call me sir. And I was like, friend. He's like, don't call me friend. He's all up in my face. He's stepping to me. Shit's getting escalated again. Guy pulls out a wad of hundreds of dollar bills. And I'm like, I'm making this worse right now. So I'm going to peace out. So it seems to reach a de-escalation point. I walk away, dude with a stack of hundreds calls, the bus is done. Okay, that's chapter 1. There's only 2 quick little chapters after that. What's chapter 1? So I go away, right? And I'm like, fuck, that didn't happen. It seemed like everything calmed down. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, and then I come back and I see Tom and I'm like, dude, what happened? I was like, yeah, I know that guy. I was like, which guy? Like the real douchey guy who was like blowing me kisses because he probably wanted to make out with me? He's like, no, the other guy, that's the old mayor of Providence. His name's like John Corleone or something. And he was like, he's a really good guy. And I was like, what? Couldn't get that for a minute. And that didn't seem like a good guy, but I'm glad it all rectified. Okay, that's kind of the end of the story. And then I went to all those Italian delis over in Federal Street, Federal Hill over there, and I ate my face off. And I was trying to, because I was like, that was a weird energy. I didn't like that. I liked Providence. I don't like how that ended. And I was like, I kind of want to tell that story, but it doesn't have a happy end. So anyway, I come back. I swear this is all true. And I'm walking in front of the venue, and the mayor, John, is there, and we're on the street. It's like, oh shit, it's a showdown. Like we're like you know what I mean? Like comes out like, you know what I mean? Like The Good, Bad, the Ugly, the movie, those theme plays, and we walk up to each other, and I swear this is all true. And he goes, bro, and I'm like, bro. He goes, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry too, man. And then we like kind of embrace, and I hold him by his shoulder, and he's like, you know, I'm sorry, you know, you just when he called me an asshole, and I was like, he had no right to call you an asshole. It's not cool. He's like, you know what? It's like, I got a little puffed up, but it's like, we're cool now. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Everything's cool. I was like, you know what I say? He's like, we don't gotta talk about it, bro. I really like you. We're having cool. I was like, give me one more hug. And we hugged, we went on a date. And that's how we did the Providence story. The mayor of Providence got in a fight with the lead singer before the show tonight. And the dude driving the car, he blew me a kiss. I didn't miss, cause my power pants were a beacon for him. It arose some feelings from deep within them. My power pants in the Goomba. We gotta end the story now. That was long, but it's all true. Good job, Providence. Fun day so far.